Hi, welcome back to the commentary. This is, I forgot to show this last week, but this is the last page of the confrontation between Rainbow Harmony and the Children of the Carn. So here Damon's giving the children an ultimatum: either you join us or you can die. And the children are not very receptive, and so they confront them. I don't show the actual battle, the final battle, because it's meant to tease you as to what the last two groups of the story will be going through as they fight each other to the death. So we see them, they say, I think you have your answer. You already have your answer. So Morgan draws out her swords. Anjay's got the sort of gas grenade in his hands. And I think Darnell's giving the sort of British equivalent of the middle finger. I think that's what's happening. So they're all ready to fight. Rainbow Harmony's going to fight, so they're all going to fight each other. And while that's going on, Drake is kind of, in this scene here, he's praying to a girl he lost a long time ago to cancer. So Drake is a character based on myself, based on me, and this was the very first time I drew Drake as a fully realized character. So this was the very first time. And the other drawings of him I showed in the very first video. And these are some other ones of the versions. Here he is mourning over Missy. Missy Valencio is a fictional character I created based on, in my real life, love I never actually found or worthy of anything. So I never actually found my marriage-minded material female. So it's like, for me, it's an absence of love. It's missing a Valentine. It's little Miss Valentine missing that love for myself. And Missy's kind of a character that, Drake saves her life. He's very, he says in this incarnation, young Drake, who's about 15 years old, saves Missy's life from a drunk driver. But, she kind of keeps to herself. She's very sad, kind of, very introverted, doesn't really consider, anybody worth a damn. She might have a couple of girlfriends, but, these are Drake with his friends. But Drake was a nice little kid, and then he grew up to be a mean kid. Or not a mean kid, just a very quiet kid. Here's one version of Drake, and, he's wearing a hoodie. This one here. This was made in 2007 after I published The Outcasters' Drake, and I wanted to make a toon version. So here's a toon version with all the characters there, and here's another toon version. So this was supposed to be like a library poster for, teaching you to read. This is the final incarnation. This is Drake in a more in a combination. It's less sleek than this one here, but it's not as organic as this one. So it's sort of splitting the difference. And these are all his friends, which we'll see at the end of the story, at the end of the Mosaic. So on this particular page, just before he meets J Hart, which is Rye and his friends, his baseball friends, Drake is kneeling and praying for Missy. In the previous books, Missy dies of a gunshot wound by Jerry. Jerry, his cousin, kills her, and in his stupidity, and Drake fights him, beats him up, or tries to beat him up. But in this version, Missy dies of a cancer. I don't really say exactly which one, but just a cancer that slowly takes her life away. So he's praying. There's all these torches, and the blue morpho butterflies are something I originally came up with, but as I learned that butterflies like these cannot survive in lower than maybe, if it's lower than summer weather, okay, these butterflies will die. So what I decided to do was to create torches that not only showed respect for the statue honoring the dead, but kept the butterflies alive. So the torches represent death and life. And so there you have a hospital back there and a church. This is the Judaic-Catholic Church, which is the combination of two religions. So in the future, you have Catholic religion and Judaism and Lutheran and Protestants and all kinds of religions where they start to become hybrid religions, where the two religions will mash up. So that's the sort of blasphemous thing that I'm putting in there. And there's another couple of, I forgot what those buildings do. So Drake is distracted. He's praying for Missy. And then Rye calls out to him. So in the next commentary, we'll get into detail about Jayhart. But this one took me a little while to finish. I didn't get those gloves right. So I had to work on those. So we'll see what happens in the next one.